Hey there, what is up? So, I realized that I have never given my testimony. And I make a lot of videos talking about God and things that God's talking to me about and all these things, and I've never given a testimony. So I wanted to share one, which is what I'm making today. So I will backtrack a little bit to kind of like my life growing up as a Christian and how my relationship is with God now. So I was born and raised Christian, dedicated as a baby, all of that good stuff. Went to church, was told to do good things, do the right thing. I didn't do drugs or, any of that stuff. Really kept it straight edge. Did my little kind of walk away in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s, and kind of just did the checklist Christian thing where you go to church, you serve at the church, you worship, you clap, or you take notes during service, and then put the Bible away and don't talk to God again until Sunday, the next Sunday, or unless something happens during the week where you needed to pray. And that was like majority of my life. I'm 25, almost 26. And that was probably my life with God for 22 or 23 of those years. 22 or 23. And then I remember being in these groups and seeing these people with just this fire and hunger for God in a way I'd never seen it before. This just deep hunger and desire to know his character more and to have a relationship with him. And I didn't know what it meant to have a relationship with him, to know him intimately, to know his character, to know his goodness in that way. I always just did the checklist thing where you are a good person, you didn't really say a lot, didn't do anything bad, just, goody two shoes kind of thing. And I saw this hunger in these people and I wanted it so badly, but I didn't know what to do. And I would be in these situations and I would be so quiet and so uncomfortable and like physical pain of not wanting to be around people or talking. And I remember wanting so badly to be baptized because I never was. I accepted God into my heart, Jesus into my heart, like multiple times when I was a kid. Like they would, do an altar call or something in like the kids ministry, and I would say the prayer in my heart just in case I couldn't remember if I had done it yet. So I'd always done that, but I'd never been baptized. And I remember feeling just this desire of, I want to do that. I want to publicly declare God and Jesus as my savior. And so I did, and it was terrifying leading up to it because there was just so many lies that the enemy was trying to tell me at that time. And I remember feeling so amazing, and I had always really battled with anxiety. I can't remember a time up until that point, up until my baptism, where I didn't feel my heart racing in anxiety and fear. And it was like my heart rate was never normal in terms of like the anxiety where you just feel like it's pounding and you like can't calm it down. I don't remember a time it not had my body not feeling like that constant anxiousness for like 22, 23 years. And I remember the day I got baptized, I was driving home from that church service, and I remember feeling it just leave and release off of me, and it was the most amazing thing ever to like know what it feels like to not have anxiety. And I just remember being so thankful, and that was like the start of my relationship with God, because I knew I didn't want it to be the same anymore. So I just got so invested in these amazing groups that were pointing me to God and filling me with his encouragement and his love, and God just doing an outpouring in those groups. And up until then, I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I didn't know what I wanted to be, what my life would look like. I still don't know a lot of things, but it wasn't until I gave my life like that and really started to press into what God wanted to talk to me about, and to have a relationship with him, not to have a checklist, not to only talk to him when I needed something, but to have a genuine relationship. Like, if you have a genuine relationship with somebody, you're constantly talking to them, you're constantly spending your time with them, you're learning new things about them, you're talking, you're opening up, you're being vulnerable. And so I started that journey with God, and it has been the most incredible thing. So and it's still a process. I'm still learning new things and still diving into his goodness every single day and learning something new every single day. But I just wanted to share, that's like just a snippet of my testimony, but it's what I want to start with sharing it. And I'll upload more videos about it. But this is just kind of like the tip of the iceberg of his goodness and everything he's done in my life. But I wanted to share this because I know that there are some people who hear testimonies and say, I never did any of those things. Like, I was never bad, like, in terms of society, like all of that. But that doesn't mean that there isn't something that you need to be rescued from. For me, it was anxiety, fear, like just so much, I don't even know, like a cage of expectation. And, you know, I was talking with a friend yesterday about it, how there's people who don't feel like they messed up enough to be rescued, but everyone needs to be rescued from something. And just because your story looks different than the majority doesn't mean that your story or your testimony is any less powerful or important, because there's people who are going through the same things that you are, and your testimony is just as strong and powerful in releasing freedom over those people. So I just wanted to share a little bit of my testimony, to just encourage anybody who maybe feels like they didn't fit the mold of a saved Christian, or any stupid lie that the enemy is trying to tell you. It's such a lie. But I just wanted to share, and God is so good, and there's so much more that he has for you, and all you have to do is just give him, just open up your heart, just let him in, and he will just completely wreck you in the best ways possible. And I want to see that for people who are struggling with anxiety or the mental aspect of it, where they feel not good enough, or like they always have to do something to be good enough, or do something to be good, or do something to get God's approval, because that you don't need to do anything. You just need to let him in. You just need to open and say, God, I'm here. And he'll do that, and he'll come in, and he'll just completely invade your heart with love. This is such a tangent now, but I just wanted you to know that your testimony is just as powerful as everybody else's, no matter what it looks like. So share it. Share your testimony. Talk to somebody about it, because you never know if they really needed to hear it or not. So I'm gonna leave it there with this video, with that little bit of my testimony, and I will see you in my next video. You are so loved, and I will talk to you later.